This top hill, the very top up there, that's supposedly where bin Laden's hanging out. We've seen movement along this saddle right here. We don't know if it's friendly or not, so we haven't been able to call fire on it.
And then something extraordinary happened. Fury's Afghan allies announced that they had negotiated a ceasefire with al-Qaeda, something the Americans had no interest in. When Fury's team advanced anyway, his Afghan partners drew their weapons on Delta. It took 12 hours to end the bogus ceasefire, precious time for al-Qaeda to move.
So we think he's moved over here.
So Osama bin Laden starts here, as far as we know, and he's coming all the way around. Now he's doubled back. You got to figure he's heading for the valley and the pass into Pakistan.
Our assumption is he's going for the valley at that time.
Bin Laden had changed direction and the tone of his radio calls.
Clearly under duress, clearly hurting, clearly caring for his men.
Inside this building, the American team listened to bin Laden on the radio. Fury wrote down the translation in a notebook.
Quote, "Our prayers were not answered. Times are dire and bad. We did not get support from the apostates who are our brothers. I'm sorry for bringing you here. It is okay to surrender," end quote.
When you heard that, what did you think?
I thought, it's almost over.
Soon after that intercept, a Delta team called Jackal radioed that they had bin Laden's entourage in sight.
The operators from Jackal team observed 50 men moving into a cave that they hadn't seen before. The Mujahideen said they saw an individual, a taller fellow, wearing a camouflage jacket. Everybody put two and two together. Okay, that's got to be Osama bin Laden egressing from the battlefield. They called up every available bomber in the air, took control of the airspace, and they dropped several hours of bombs on the cave he went into. We believe, it was our opinion at the time, that he died inside that cave.
Bin Laden's radio went silent, and Dalton Fury believed that the bombs had killed him. 6 months later, American and Canadian forces came back for proof. They checked al-Qaeda fighting holes and used explosives to try to open up collapsed caves. This is where they hoped to find bin Laden's body. It's an al-Qaeda graveyard rising from the opium poppies. The troops dug up bodies and removed the fingers for forensic analysis, but there was no luck. In October 2004, bin Laden released a message, and Fury knew that his team had failed. Today, based on intelligence, Fury believes he knows what happened. He says that bin Laden was wounded in the shoulder by shrapnel from an American bomb and was then hidden in this town next to the al-Qaeda cemetery.
We believe a gentleman brought him in, a gentleman who him and his family were supporting al-Qaeda during the battle. They were providing food, ammo, water. We think he went to that house, received medical attention for a few days, and then we believe they put him in a vehicle, moved him back across the pass.
This is the trail bin Laden would have used to escape.
It's my understanding they believe he got into a vehicle, he moved as far as he could, and then got out and walked across, or was carried across the pass into Pakistan, free and clear. When this is all over and this all dies down, and once we finally do grab Osama bin Laden, I think the fact that we lost him in Tora Bora will move out of my memory, so to speak. And I'm looking forward to those days.